What's up, everyone? Welcome into the Fantasy Football Game Show presented by Front Yard Fantasy. I'm your host, Simon, joined as always by my co-hosts, Josh and John Luke. What's up, boys?
What up?
Let's go. Let's get it.
Fly in that pink tie. I love that pink tie every time you wear it.
They say.
But guys, today we have two very special guests joining us for a team's edition of Fantasy Fortune. We are so hyped to have each of them back on. It would have been awesome individually, but together it's almost even unfair. The first person we have joining us is Andrew Cooper, a.k.a. Coop A Fiasco on Twitter. He is the lead NFL analyst for Fantasy Alarm and the co-host of the NFL Fantasy Alarm podcast, the Fantasy Besties podcast, and the Lightning Round podcast. What is up, Coop?
What's up, my dude? Good to be back on here. Josh, JL, what's up, boys?
Yes.
And I'm seeing the team grimaces in the chat. Let's go. Craig, Jay,
they know what's up.
Get it going. They know what's up, dude. They know that how badly we were let down in the past, and I think that's why I keep coming back.
Rightfully so.
Someone's keep on coming back. And you know what? So. You've got an absolute ringer on your team today. You brought in the big guns to help you take down the W. Kelly Singh is joining us as well. She is a contributor for the commishbrand.com and one of our favorite follows in this industry. She's on Twitter at Kelly in Phoenix. Kelly, thank you so much for coming on today with us.
You are crazy. I am honored to be here. I can't believe I'm here. I'm excited to be here. I brought all my spirit guides to help me with my answers again. So we are ready.
God, that's not fair, Jail. Did you bring our spirit guides?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
They're in my butt.
Because I didn't bring them. JL, they are not going to help us if you put them up there. We've got some people in the chat already excited. Craig said Team Grimace. Jay, hashtag Team Grimace. And Jay said, let's go, Kelly and Coop. Joey saying hello.
Joey.
Coop.
We got Bam in here saying, hey,
Bam.
guys. And Swamp with who dat. And he said he got a trade, didn't think was going to go through. We will get to that one in a second, Swamp. I see two questions in here. So before we start our game, Mike wants us to set his lineup for him. He needs two running backs, two wide receivers, and a flex. So let's start with the running backs. He's got Derrick Henry. I'm guessing Aaron Jones, Khalil Herbert, and Javonte Williams. Is this Derrick Henry and Aaron Jones for everyone?
Easy.
Okay, just making sure we're all good there. Wide receivers, he's got D-Hop, Jefferson, Higgins, Woods, Julio, and Landry. Coop, which of these two wide receivers would you be starting?
Man, that guy's got a squad. Mike, the first thing I would do if I was in that position is I would be looking to try and do a 2-for-1 trade. Anytime you have these like leagues where you just start two running backs, two wide receivers, one flex, you have a ton of talent on there, man. I would definitely look to like the Dave Montgomery owner or whoever, try and swap like a wide receiver and Herbert for something, But so I'd probably start Henry Jones, and then you have to start Hopkins and Jefferson for sure. So I guess the question comes down to Higgins or Herbert for me. And I do like Herbert. I liked his usage this week, so I think I would go that direction. I don't know about you guys, especially in half PPR.
Kelly, are you agreeing down there? Are you going Herbert as your flex?
Yeah, I made an accidental trade for Herbert this week where I picked Peoples Jones off of waivers that fell apart before my eyes, and everybody was zeros and IRs. And I was like, somebody have pity on me. And I got a rando, very cheap trade for Herbert, and it worked out well.
That's beautiful.
Nice.
I think I'm going Herbert as well here. Josh, JL, are you guys flexing Herbert in this situation, or are you flexing someone else?
No one mentioned Woods yet.
I would flex Woods and Higgins over Herbert, but they're all three of them are close, and Woods and Higgins are back to back.
Yeah,
Josh,
I would play Woods over Higgins personally. I just trust that offense more, and I personally believe they're both the number 2 options for their offense, and I think they're pretty even in talent. So we'll see. If T. Higgins gets the targets that he got last week, though, he is the correct answer. I don't expect that week in and week out, though.
What was it? 15 targets? Absolutely
16,
insane. Yeah. Swamp posted his trade in here for us. He said they really wanted J.D. McKissick, so he traded Thielen and J.D. McKissick for Lamar. Love it.
Super flex?
Even if it's one QB, I'm fine with it. I think J.D. McKissick plus Thielen is perfectly fine to go acquire a top-tier quarterback like Lamar. What do you guys think about this trade?
Yeah, anytime I'm trading for a quarterback like that, like as long as both Thielen and J.D. McKissick weren't in the lineup, then I think you've improved your lineup, right? Like a lot of people have Thielen. It's like the last guy, exactly, right? Like that dude he has Wood. If he starts Woods, he has Higgins on the bench. You can afford to trade Higgins, right? So on paper, it might not look great, but I imagine if he's willing to trade Thielen and JD, he probably wasn't starting one of them. So I'm all for it. Get Lamar, go big.
Yep, completely agree with you guys there, or with you, Coop. Anyone else? Anybody not like this trade?
I don't like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
If JD was their guy, they really wanted JD, then yeah, I would take that for Lamar any day. And I think Thielen is hit or miss lately, but this year it seems like he's on fire. So I don't know. I just like Lamar.
Me too. I love Lamar.
I'm a big Thielen guy. Like I wrote an article all saying that how much I love Thielen, but even then, it's like Lamar can win you a game by himself any week. You know, Thielen doesn't really do that.
100%. Bam in here with some hope for Devontae Adams. Said Devontae's probably not going to play, but there is a long shot if he tests negative this afternoon and tomorrow morning. Then he can travel alone.
Travel with the team. Okay, yeah, okay.
I wouldn't count on this, Bam. I would plan not to have Devontae Adams in your lineup, but I love the optimism that you have right there. That is awesome. Unruly Drip says flex one: Amari, Higgins, Smith, or Carter. PPR.
Amari for me.
Amari for me as well. I think we're all in agreement there. Guys, we are going to keep on answering your questions throughout the show, but two things before we jump into our game and get started playing. One, if you have not done so already and you're watching this video, hit that like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Front Yard Fantasy on YouTube. It is the easiest way to show your appreciation for the show and the best way to make sure you're not missing us whenever we go live. I mean, what would you do without seeing these buffoons daily on your screen?
You would have missed the trade value stream earlier.
You would have missed the trade value stream earlier.
Damn shame.
With Alex, our friend Alex, peaked in high school. He puts together some awesome trade value charts. Josh, before we start playing the game, do you have any news for us today?
Yeah, it's Wednesday. So like we all know, Wednesday is the classic day that players like to miss practice. It's the rest day for veterans typically. But yeah, we have some news. So let's just quickly run through this. Barkley, Galladay, Shepard, and Tony all appear to be questionable for this week. They didn't play last week. I would say the most likely person to play in my mind would be Sterling Shepard, but it's all a toss-up for all these guys when it comes down to it. If Shepard's playing, if really any of these guys are playing, I'm willing to throw them in my lineup. When it comes down to it. Baker Mayfield says he could play this week. He has practiced fully today. The coach gave some optimism. I don't know. It seems crazy to me. It seems like he has a pretty significant injury. Simon, you're the Browns guy. What do you think about this?
I think this is Baker just wanting to play. Like if you saw him on the sideline during that last game, he was going crazy over there, not being on the field. Like he was doing everything but throwing the ball out there. So I don't know if he will play. It'll probably come down to the coach's decision. But if it was up to Baker, he would have been on the field last week. He'll be on the field this week. He doesn't care if his arm falls off.
Here, Antonio Brown, he was spotted with a crutch at practice today, and Bruce Arians says it could be a long-term injury. Yikes. Guys, I don't know. This makes me nervous for Antonio Brown. I will say it raises the value of Mike Evans and Chris Godwin for me personally. But, oh, man, does this make everyone as nervous as me?
I'm curious about Coop's take with the tight ends there with Antonio Brown going down.
Yeah, I mean, so the crazy thing is you look at the production for O.J. Howard. Cameron Braid has run more routes in every single game so far than Howard. Howard's more of a blocker, and I think he just kind of sneaks out on.
Braid dropped 2 touchdowns last week.
Two touchdowns, yeah. Which I mean, like 2 end zone targets is more than. I mean, OJ Howard has 1, which he caught for a touchdown. It's like I still lean Cameron Braid if I'm going to lean on one of them, but I'd rather not. Also worth noting that Tyler Johnson oddly kind of played that full Antonio Brown role. Antonio Brown really only plays 60-70% of the snaps going in for 3 wide receiver sets, and Tyler Johnson played like 46 snaps. I think he played 49, and Mike Evans played like 56, so not even that far off Evans. So Tyler Johnson,
interesting,
real deep or DFS maybe, real deep.
Yeah. Well, let's keep moving. This is better news. Rob Gronkowski is back at practice today, so this offense is going to flow just fine. Tyrod Taylor has been designated to return from the IR. He could play as soon as this week. He has 21 days to return to practice. I doubt he plays this week, but the Texans need a spark, right? Davis Mills isn't the answer.
Not yet, at least.
Mike White. Mike White will start for the Jets this week. He's a quarterback. In case anyone was wondering. Joe Flacco apparently can't join the team until Friday. So it's Mike Witt's role this Sunday. Terry McLaurin has a new ankle injury pop up. He did not practice on Wednesday. This is new. This is not related to what was holding him out previously. We'll keep monitoring this, though. Jarvis Landry, not practicing today. Michael Gallup is back at practice.
Woo!
Miles Sanders remains week to week. Most likely will not play this week. And Devontae Adams not traveling with the team to Arizona. But like was just said, he could travel by himself if he's able to pass multiple tests in the coming day.
Not
Highly
looking good,
unlikely.
though. Not looking
That's everything.
good, though. Guys, before we jump into our game, we're going to answer a couple more quick questions really quick. Alex wants to know, trade Austin Eckler and Devonta Smith for Nick Chubb and Calvin Ridley. Kelly, we'll come to you first on this one. Which side of this trade would you prefer, the Eckler and Smith side or the Chubb and Ridley side?
I'm Team Chubb. I love Nick Chubb, and I'm probably going to have to pry him from my cold, dead hands when he's performing 0 points. So I'm Team Chubb Ridley.
Perfect. John Luke, what about you? Which side of this do you fall on?
Yeah, I think the odd man out is Devonta Smith. I'm excited for him, but it's not. The gap between him and Ridley's huge. The gap between Eckler and Chubb for me is not as huge.
Yep, you hit exactly what I was going to say. Chubb and Eckler, same tier. Devonta Smith and Ridley, not the same tier at all. It's the Chubb and Ridley side for me as well.
That's it.
And he let us know he also has DeAndre Swift and McCaffrey, so he's totally fine trading Eckler away with those running backs, especially getting Chubb back in return.
Yeah, Chubb's going to play this week, so you're good.
Bambo wants to know, flex Boyd versus the Jets, Amon-Ra versus Philly, Devontae Parker or Myles Gaskin?
Gaskin.
I think it's Gaskin for me as well. I mean, it's been a roller coaster with him this season, right? But at least that roller coaster has those big highs. I was talked into that, I believe, by Josh not too long ago. Coop, what do you think on this one?
Boyd and Amon-Ra, they're both guys who are kind of playing like a Cole Beasley type role this year. They used to be, or Boyd used to be a guy that would go out wide in 2 wide receiver sets. Now he comes out of the game. So they use Chase and T. Higgins for that. So I can't start Boyd. I can't start Amon-Ra. I guess if Parker were fully healthy, no tag or anything, I'd consider it, but you probably have to go Gaskins.
Yep. Guys, I see the other questions in the chat. We are going to keep on getting to these throughout the show, but we got to get into our game, make sure there's enough rounds to really declare a winner.
And I got some good
Josh,
puzzles for you guys.
I'll pass it off to you if you want to explain the rules and get us going.
I'm your Pat Sajak for today, ladies and gentlemen. We are playing Fantasy Fortune, and today, if you haven't noticed already, let's get up this PowerPoint. We are playing Team Fantasy Fortune. J.O. and Simon, the FYF guys are teamed up versus Coop and Kelly. We will see who will win this game and who is our Fantasy Fortune first Fantasy Fortune team champion. So, explaining the rules, I know most of you have seen Wheel of Fortune. Most of you probably have. Today we're playing Fantasy Fortune. It's a lot like Wheel of Fortune. We just got rid of the wheel, and instead of spinning a wheel, we're asking football-related questions. It'll be 50-50, like who's had a better season so far, Amari Cooper or Cooper Kupp? It's Cooper Kupp. So you'll be answering simple 50-50 questions, and today we added team rules. Since we're playing teams, we will alternate who answers the question. We'll alternate who answers the question. You guys will not be able to help each other when you're answering the question. Once the question has been answered, you guys can work together to solve or pick a letter for the puzzle. You will be expected to answer the question quickly. If you get the question right, you get to guess a letter for the puzzle. Like I just said, you'll be rewarded $500 for each consonant you get right. If you want to buy a vowel, just let me know. They cost $100 each. And if you guess anything wrong, we move on to the next contestant. If it's your turn and I'm not asking a question or anything, you can solve the puzzle as a team. And today we're continuing our 3 answers. If you answer 3 questions in a row correctly and you guess a letter, 3 letters in a row correctly, you will automatically get to bank that money, which is a positive, and we will move on to the next team if you can't solve the puzzle after that. Whoever collects the most money will be our champion.
All right. I love how my own podcast co-host pops into the chat to say, I'm just here for Kelly.
Here for Kelly.
Thank you, Linda. I appreciate that. Some bestie.
First time ever Linda has even been in our comments. Some friend you are, Linda.
Unbelievable.
Hey, well, Kelly brings in
guys.
the people. Everyone's here cheering for Kelly.
That's
and
true.
Swamp said
you, Linda.
it's Team Cooper Cal.
Yeah.
And Kelly, I just want to say they put the Ringer second in the name order, so there's a reason you and I are both listed second. We're the big guns they're bringing in to win this game.
That's right.
It's all about number of letters in the name. You know, I went with the shorter amount of letters first. Obviously.
Believable
Okay.
story.
You guys ready to get in there?
Let's do it.
How much of the rules did you get? Did you get all the rules? I don't know when I cut out.
Yeah, we got them.
I think you guys missed. Whoever wins, I will fax you the money that you win in Bitcoin. Just gotta give me your fax.
Yeah, we did not get that.
All right, guys, let's get in there. I'm excited for today. We will be starting with Simon and JL first. Guys, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
We'll start with JL with the first question. Let's get in there. So, like I always like to start out with, it's just a simple NFL player. Just a simple NFL player we got here. Got to figure out who this guy is. JL, are you ready for your first question?
Yeah.
Yeah? You sure?
I am sure.
Am I ready?
I don't think so. You want to ask me again?
You look ready. When you talk.
Okay. I've never been more ready. All right, JL, let's get in there. Over the course of this season so far, who has more receiving yards? Is it Deebo Samuel or is it Terry McLaurin?
Deebo.
Deebo is the correct answer with 648 receiving yards to Terry McLaurin's 550. Great job, JL. What letter would you like? And you guys can work together now if you guys want to, or JL can just pick.
What do you think, Simon?
Pick the letter, JL. You got the question. Take it.
My heart tells me T, but my body tells me V. What does that tell you? What should I go? T or V? T. We'll take a T.
No! Wrong!
Should listen to my body.
All right. So we will move on to... Yeah, go.
A reminder to everyone, make sure you guys are in the private chat instead of in the comments. Our viewers are much smarter than we are, and they will likely get it before we do.
Okay, good. Just switched over.
All right, guys. We're coming to Team Kelly and Coop. Are you guys ready?
Born ready.
And we're going to come to Coop for the first question. All right, Coop?
I'm ready.
All right. Over the course of the season so far, who has more receiving touchdowns? Who has more receiving touchdowns so far this season? Is it Michael Pittman or is it Emmanuel Sanders?
I think I know the answer. I think the answer is Emmanuel Sanders to that one.
Emmanuel Sanders is the correct answer. Great job, Coop. That one's a little trickier in my opinion, but Emmanuel Sanders has 4 touchdowns to Michael Pittman's 2. Great job, Coop. What letter would you guys like?
All right. I think so. This is a name. We have no money, so we can't go vowels. Let's see. All right. I feel like there's a lot of N's in people's names. No?
You can go with an N?
Mm-hmm.
All right. There are 2 N's actually in this person's name.
Let's go.
$1,000 into your total for this round, and you are able to buy vowels if you would like.
All right, Kelly. I think that, how many consonants come before an N? I guess maybe a few.
Quite a few. I would say I could think of a word with pretty much every consonant. I mean vowel before an N.
I say let's buy.
Stop it.
Let's buy a vowel here. Let's buy a vowel. I think. You cool with spending that money, Kelly?
Yeah, I'm all about spending. Let's do it.
All right, let's spend up on an E for names here.
There's 1 E that will lose you $100. We are coming to Kelly with the next question, but you can still buy another vowel if you would like.
Let's do one more vowel.
Yeah, let's do it.
What do you think, Kelly?
Oh, I didn't want to pick it.
What do you think, Coop?
I believe in you, Kelly.
Okay, let's pick an O.
An O. There are 2 O's.
I know it.
Uh-oh, it sounds like the other team might have an idea of who this is. Putting the pressure on you guys. You can buy another vowel. We're going to have to get to the next question, Kelly.
I don't want to give them any more help, I don't think. Unless Coop is close and needs another hint.
Just keep rambling.
We are going to get into the next question, all right?
All right,
so, Kelly, you ready?
Yes.
All right. Over the course of the season so far, who has scored more fantasy points? Who has scored more fantasy points over the course of this season so far? Is it Tyler Lockett or is it Brandon Cooks?
Oh, I got it.
Dang it.
10 minutes late, Simon.
I
are going to need an answer, Kelly.
To go with Cooks.
Cooks is the correct answer. Great job, Kelly. Cooks is
yes.
the 18th highest scoring wide receiver, while Tyler Lockett is the 27th highest scoring wide receiver. What letter would you guys like?
Oh my God. I have no idea what this is.
I don't either. And I feel like they do.
We can't walk out of here without getting this.
We're going to need a letter, guys.
All right, hit him with the letter, Kelly.
Oh my gosh. Let's go with lots of names. Start with
I'm going to need a letter. We're passing your
M.
turn.
Okay, M. M is in M.
M.
M as in
I'm
M.
sorry.
M as in M. I love that.
Oh
in
my
this
God.
M as an M.
And I'm sorry I'm pushing you guys along. That's just
No,
kind of
you should.
That's just
You
kinda
should.
how we do it. But yeah, more of like how they do on Wheel of Fortune, I guess.
Of course.
Yeah.
Gotta be the Pat Sajak here, you know.
Plus, we actually announced out loud we were stalling on purpose.
Simon and JL, you guys
like to
seem
solve.
to have an idea. You want to go and solve?
You wanna say it together on 3?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Robbie Anderson.
Oh,
Robbie Anderson
wow.
is the correct answer. It is Robbie Anderson. And I wanted to put him in here because he is an enigma. What the heck is going on with this guy? He's getting an incredible amount of targets, but is doing absolutely nothing with them. Is Robbie Anderson? Do you even want him on your fantasy teams anymore? Kelly, tell me, do you want him on your fantasy team?
No, Heartbreak Hotel. Every week
Yeah.
they're like projected 5 million
I
points,
know.
and then he gets like none.
I know. Coop, you feel the same way?
I don't know, man. I am such a stat nerd that I see those targets and it's like a bug to a bug zapper. Like I can't stay away.
Yep.
I can't stay away. I think I'm going to go
Stay
down
away.
with that ship. As long as Terrace
I
Marshall's
love
out.
targets.
Yeah.
Targets
Yeah.
might be the number one thing I look at, but that's why he's such an. That's why I hate him.
I hate him. Yeah, that's exactly it.
It's the offense. Honestly,
Yeah.
The fact that he's getting targets is great. To me, that tells me he's a buy low. As long as I believe that the offense will improve.
Yes. I wish I could give credit, but I saw a tweet today listing out the wide receivers with the highest percentage of uncatchable targets. And no surprise to anyone, Robbie Anderson was like top 5 on that list. He's getting lots of targets, but not very many of them are usable for Robbie Anderson.
Okay. We
All
saw
right,
that
guys.
with AJ Green last year. A lot of it where they just would,
Yeah.
when the play would break down, they would just throw it up deep to him, but they weren't really catchable. So maybe that's a sign that we should stay away.
And that's
Scott
Robbie Anderson's
said-
role, kind of that just throw it up, kind of a little deeper, I would say.
Yeah. Scott in here said, just got here. Did the show start yet? No,
Nope.
no, not yet. We're just getting started. You didn't miss a single thing, Scott. Nothing.
We tried to delay it.
We did our best ability to delay it for you.
If Pam came in here and said trade him to Green Bay, yes, I think he would be fantastic on the Packers. Honestly, I think he'd step into their number 2 wide receiver personally, but that's just me. I digress. You want to move on to the next puzzle, guys?
Let's do it.
All righty, let's get in there. I like this is actually a new category for this game. And we are starting
Wait.
we're going to start with Coop here.
I
We're gonna
have
start
a
with Coop.
question. We
Yes.
do not get to keep our $700 from
Unfortunately,
the
no.
last round.
Unfortunately, no.
There's 2 ways to bank it. Either you solve the puzzle or you answer 3 questions in a row correctly, and either one of
All
those
right,
will
I wasn't
and get a
listening.
letter.
and the least amount of money you can get in a round if you solve the puzzle is $1,000. JL and Simon had no money banked yet or collected yet, but they solved the puzzle, which gives them $1,000 into their bank.
Well, congratulations, guys.
Thank
So
you,
let
thank
me
you.
explain this real fast for you guys. It's pleasant surprises. These are 2 fantasy players that, if you drafted these guys, you are very pleasantly surprised by their production so far this season. Does that make sense?
Wow. Yeah, I like that.
All right. So we have a first name, a last name, then the ampersand, the end symbol, and then a first name and a last name. All right. So Coop, we're coming to you. Are you ready for your first question?
I'm ready. Now that Scott Fish is here, I couldn't be more ready.
Now we can start.
Yeah, now we can start.
All right. So over the course of the season so far, who has more rushing yards? Who has more rushing yards so far this season? Is it Chuba Hubbard or is it Tony Pollard?
Oh my God.
I know it's a tough one. I did not take it easy on you on this one.
Can't be asking me no questions like that. Just rushing yards. I
Just
would
rushing
say
yards.
that for just rushing yards, I believe that I think that Tony Pollard actually has more rushing yards.
I am proud of you, Coop. Great job. Tony Pollard's actually 15th in the NFL in rushing yards so far this season. 15th.
Hey.
Impressive, right? Being the backup running back. And meanwhile, Ezekiel Elliott's 5th. Coop, Kelly, what letter would you like?
So I know Simon's played this game a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he went with T, so I'm going to go with T. It seems like a popular letter.
There are 2 T's. There are 2 T's in that person's last name.
All right, I know that one.
I know the first one, JL, I think.
Oh, okay. Wait, can we double solve?
Can you mute them, the two of them?
I actually do have the capability to do so.
Why does everyone always ask that?
Perfect, yeah.
So you guys can buy Val or Kelly. We're gonna go to another question here.
There's a lot more space to move around now. A lot more room for activities now.
So much more room for activities. Kelly, you ready for your question?
I mean, I can take a question. If they already know, we shouldn't give them more hints, I guess.
Well, if they know, then yeah. Whatever.
We could be wrong. We've also thought we've known in the past.
Oh, believe me, there have been plenty of times. Yeah, they're like, I think I know it, and it's just not it.
Not me.
Coop, do you want to buy Val?
I think we should. I think you should.
Okay, let's do it then.
Because there's so many letters out there. We should just buy a bunch of vowels, I think.
Let's do it.
Okay. Kelly, of course, you got it.
Oh, I just guessed the wrong letters. All right. I'm going to go with E because that seems like always a good one.
Yep.
There are 1,
yes!
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 E's. Which is
I got it.
$600 away from you.
The first one. I don't know the first one.
If you know it, Coop, we should solve it.
Yeah,
or should we go more letters because they get more points?
I don't know. I don't know it. That's the thing. Do you know the bottom? Do you know the bottom one?
No. I'm terrible at this. I'll just be here to answer questions.
You guys can buy another vowel?
Yeah, I'd say there has to be another vowel in the beginning of that bottom one.
What vowel would you like?
Let's buy what name is that? Can you guys tell me what the name is, Simon, the bottom one?
Nope.
Butthole Jones.
That's what I thought it was, but
where's our shot clock, Josh? He's stolen.
Let's buy an O. We'll buy an O.
There are 3 O's.
Oh, I know it now for sure.
There we go.
And we are going to need to go to a question, Kelly. So Are you ready? All right.
I'm ready.
Over the course of the season so far, who has more passing yards? Who has more passing yards so far this season? Is it Jalen Hurts or Lamar Jackson?
I'm going to go with oh my God, this is so hard because
You need an answer, Kelly.
Hurts has gotten me so many fantasy points.
I got it.
You're good at stalling, but I need an answer.
I'm going to go with Jalen Hurts.
I got the names.
I am sorry, Kelly. It is.
Dang it!
I
knew it!
We can't solve now.
No, you cannot. We are going to Simon and JL now. What would you like to do,
I'm
guys?
so sad.
Simon, you want to go ahead and solve?
Debo Samuel and Leonard Fournette.
I figured it out while you were talking.
Debo Samuel and Leonard Fournette. But I'm going to tell you guys, this game is far from over. $2,000 is nothing in this game, all right? They only have collected $2,000 so far. You guys have one solid puzzle, and you are well ahead of them, okay?
Yeah. So we got to solve before. So when we say, okay, we're going to ask another question, we got to solve before that, right?
Once I start answering
or
the
after
question,
you answer it correctly.
You're locked in to having to answer it correctly at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yep.
Dang it.
So, guys, you did a pretty good job, getting some letters on the board, figuring out the puzzle, giving them everything they needed to answer it, but you just couldn't quite get there. But I have a feeling this next round's going to go better.
Yeah. And Tim in here, he got the answer right.
Hey, universe, spirits, be with me.
I'm sending some of my spirits
come up here.
Too.
Oh, there we go.
Nice job to Albert as well and Tim on this one, both getting it right. Tim came in early with Lenny as the second, knew it pretty quick. And Carlos found another name that fit with Najee Harris, but it was not the right name.
For the E's, I thought it was Najee Harris and Leonard Fournette.
And guys, before we get into our next puzzle, I wanted to go back to some of the questions that we've gotten in here so far. Swamp said start 2 running backs: Mike Davis, Khalil Herbert, James Robinson, Michael Carter, and Brandon Bolden. Maybe Javonte Williams, depending on how we feel about another trade he proposed. But let's go assuming based on the running backs right there: Mike Davis, Khalil Herbert, James Robinson, Michael Carter, and Brandon Bolden. Josh, which 2 of these running backs would you start?
It's easy. James Robinson, you have him in your lineup every week, and it's not even a question. And then it's Khalil Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I agree with you there. Is everyone in agreement on those 2 backs?
100%.
And then start 2 wide receivers: Devonta Smith, A.J. Brown, Marvin Jones, and Randall Cobb. I think we all agree A.J. Brown.
Yes.
It's that second one that's going to get a little bit tricky. Kelly, which of those receivers would you start outside of A.J. Brown?
Weirdly enough, just this particular week, I would go with Randall Cobb just because the lack of targets available.
Yeah, nice.
Randall Cobb from Kelly. Coop, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I think that I'm personally going to go with Devonta Smith, just given his snap share, the full, he's playing pretty much every snap for them. I don't know if Cobb is going to go outside, if he's just going to stay in the slot or not. So Smith for me. But Marvin Jones has been so solid too.
Yeah, I was going to say Marvin Jones. I was going to say you're going to get all the different answers there. I feel the safest plugging Marvin Jones in. Josh, what do you think?
I feel the safest plugging Devonta Smith in personally, but
against Detroit,
Marvin Jones. I don't know. Marvin Jones is a close one. I think I lean Devonta Smith.
John Luke, are you Smith as well? It looks like I see you nodding down there.
Yeah, I'm with Josh. It's Devonta Smith, but Marvin Jones is not far off. Devonta Smith's going against Detroit. And super easy matchup.
Cobb's not far off either. It's just we just don't know what that's going to look like. Exactly. Just for this week, he could be
Arizona, which is scary to me.
But Rodgers, if he trusts anyone, any pass catcher in that offense right now, it's Cobb probably, right?
Yep.
You guys ready?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. So look, Simon and JL, they're winning, but it's such a close game. This is seriously anyone's game. All right.
We're gonna let them hand us a big win here.
Let's do this puzzle. Why is?
Oh yeah,
man,
Deebo
so
Samuel
torn
and
up
Leonard
about that.
All right, these are NFL teammates, guys.
Perfect.
What was that? And
I was just saying,
get out of the chat.
Dave was in here saying he likes Marvin Jones as well, and now I am out of the chat once I move that comment.
Perfect. All right, so Simon and JL did get the last question right. Kelly was the last person to answer, so we're going to Coop. Coop, you ready for your question? And this is NFL teammates, by the way. Much like the last one, it's 2 sets of names separated by the & sign, the ampersand. They are on the same team. Simple enough, right?
Easy.
All right, Coop, you ready for your question?
Very much so.
All right. Who has more passing touchdowns so far this season? Who has thrown more passing touchdowns so far this season? Is it Kirk Cousins or is it Joe Burrow?
So Joe Burrow's thrown 2 touchdowns in every single game. I got to go with Joe Burrow.
What an impressive stat pool. And you would be correct. Joe Burrow is 4th in terms of total passing touchdowns so far this season. Good job, Coop. What letter would you like? Oh, we don't need that. We don't need no wheel.
All right. Dude, the football part has not been the problem for this team so far.
I think you guys got this. You guys got
the fortune part. All right. Let's stick with T. T served us well last time. I feel good about T here.
So T?
I don't have any T in my name.
Two T's. There are 2 T's in this puzzle. You got $1,000 in your round bank. Not banked yet. Guys, you can buy Val, or we're going to have to go to another question.
Let's buy it. Now we can afford. We're not, unless we start getting some letters up there, we're not going to be able to make it easy for Simon and JL to just dunk this one. So let's buy an E here.
Buying an E. There are 3 E's.
Yeah.
There they are.
You guys can buy another vowel, or we're going to move on to the next question.
I also have another question about your dollaring. If the vowel, we're buying a vowel for 100, and we have to pay for every single vowel, not just the one time. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, every single one. You don't have to buy the vowels though. It's all part of the game theory, right? I know you want them, so you got to pay for them. So you want to go to the next question here?
No, I think we should buy another vowel. There's got to be vowels. Let's buy an A.
There are 3 A's.
That's perfect because it totally erases what I thought the top one was going to be. I don't know. What do you think, Kelly? Should we keep buying vowels? There has to be a vowel in the bottom word too.
Right.
But we also need to rack up some money.
We do.
All right, we're going to move on to the next question, guys.
Okay, let's move on to the next question. Come on, Spirit
All
guys.
right. In a PPR league, so far throughout the season, who has scored more fantasy points? Who has scored more fantasy points in a PPR league so far this season? Is it Mike Evans or is it Jamar Chase?
Oh, Jamar Chase has had a super great game with lots and lots and lots of points. Hasn't been that long in the season. I'll go with Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase is the correct answer. He is the 3rd overall scoring wide receiver, only behind Cooper Kupp and Tyreek Hill so far this season. What letter would you like, guys?
I have a good idea for a letter that I think would
be
easy one. I think M is in there.
I like M's.
You gonna go with an M?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's
M
do
is in mother, right?
That's right.
Yes.
And mop.
And I am sorry.
Mop.
There's no M in this
Dang
puzzle.
it.
We are going to Simon and JL.
I'll take a question.
Simon.
That's on me, Kelly. I didn't have the spirits.
Hey, Simon, so far over the course of the season, in a PPR league, of course, who has scored more fantasy points? Who has scored more fantasy points this season in a PPR league? Is it Jacoby Myers or Jalen Waddle?
I'll go Myers.
I am sorry, it is Jalen Waddle. He is the 20th highest scoring wide receiver in a PPR league.
Damn it, Simon.
Right back to you guys up there.
We are so bad.
So, Coop and Kelly. Coop, we're just going to go right into this question, all right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Over the course of the season, who has more receptions so far? Who has more receptions so far this season? Is it Deebo Samuel or is it DeAndre Hopkins?
Oh.
More receptions this season.
I'm going to go with DeAndre Hopkins on that one.
And I'm sorry, the answer is Deebo Samuel. And guess what? He's played one less game.
That's crazy.
Deebo Samuel's played one less game.
That was going through my mind. They had their bye week. Yeah, that's crazy. Deebo.
And knowing they played one less game, it's pretty crazy in my mind as well.
Right.
But DeAndre Hopkins is not getting the catches. He's not getting the yards. He is getting the touchdowns. Simon and JL, specifically JL, you ready for your question?
No, he's not, because I would like to solve.
Oh my gosh!
I defer to my teammate here.
Go ahead,
Dallas Goedert and Jalen Hurts.
Wow,
you guys are on a roll down there, solving the puzzles.
We got so much time to just
business.
See if it works. Yeah.
The guys, the team, Coop and Kelly think they're buying time up there for themselves, but maybe they're really
buying time for us.
Simon. I don't know.
Damn.
Have you guys gotten a letter yet?
I don't think so.
No, because we've only answered 2 questions. JL answered one, guessed the wrong letter. Yeah. I answered one incorrectly, didn't guess any letters. You guys are much better at the trivia aspect of this than we are.
Amazing, dude. Puzzlers down there.
Dave said, way to go, Kelly. And Carlos said, come on, Coop and Kelly. And it looks like Jay and Albert got it as well already. You got a cheer section in there.
That's not, I was going to say, that's not how Carlos is saying. He's not saying, come on. He's saying, come on.
Yeah, he's saying, come on.
He's saying, yay.
That does change.
Come on.
Justin in here saying, what up, Justin?
Welcome in, Justin.
Yeah, he's more saying it to like you say it to like a kid at T-ball who strikes out like 3 times in a row. You're like, come on.
You can do it.
You won't strike out a 4th time.
Watch me.
All right, guys, you ready for the next one?
Yep.
Let's do it.
All right, let's get in there. I like this category. We've done it a couple times in the past. Get out of the chat. Yes. This is 3 last names. All right. You kind of know crossword puzzles, right? It's 3 last names of players that are all on the same team. They're all fantasy relevant. They're all players you've heard of before. Okay. But it's 3 last names. Does that make sense? Coop and Kelly?
That's right.
Perfect. And I think we're coming to Kelly first with this question, if I remember correctly. Kelly, are you ready for your question?
Okay.
I like the confidence. I love the confidence. All right, Kelly. over the course of the season in a PPR league, who has scored more fantasy points so far this season? Who has scored more fantasy points in a PPR league so far this season? Is it Joe Mixon or is it Najee Harris?
Shoot. I'm going to go with Joe Mixon.
And I'm sorry, much like the last one, Joe Mixon's played one less game, but Najee Harris is the correct answer. Crazy. I think it probably has something to do with all the catches in a PPR league.
Wow.
That one game with like 19 targets.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that was a huge game. Like 20 targets, whatever it was.
And we are going to Simon and JL, and I believe it's JL's. Yeah, JL's because Simon was just like, no, JL is not going, and I will solve. JL, you ready?
Yep.
All right, JL. Over the course of the season in a PPR league so far, who has scored more fantasy points? Is it Myles Gaskin or is it Javonte Williams?
Gaskin.
Gaskin is the correct answer. He's the 17th highest scoring running back in fantasy in a PPR league. What letter would you like, guys?
Let's go with R.
You're going to go with an R. And are you actually going to get a letter this time? You're going to get a letter. You got 2 letters in there.
R. That is not the letter I thought was going to be right there on the 4-letter name. JL, do you know it or
no?
Okay, I need another question.
All right, we're going to a question for Simon. And Simon, we are going to this past week. We're going to week 7. All right. Who scored more fantasy points in week 7? Who scored more fantasy points in week 7? Was it Deebo Samuel or was it DeAndre Hopkins?
Hopkins.
I'm sorry, it was Deebo Samuel.
I thought you were double tricking me there. I get so in my head with Josh's questions. Ugh.
The answer's been Deebo to like everything.
I know.
Deebo Samuel is the answer today. All right. And Coop and Kelly, we're coming to you. You guys ready? I think it's Coop's question here.
Yeah, it is. Let's do it.
And we're going to stick with week 7 here in a PPR league. All right. Who scored more fantasy points in week 7 in a PPR league? Was it Damian Harris or was it Elijah Mitchell?
In PPR would tell you that it's Damian Harris. He had a monster game.
Damian Harris is the correct answer. He was the 3rd highest scoring running back this week. Great job, Coop. What letter would you like?
It's right here. Pats. The Spirits. Okay, so give me a D. You
want to go with a D?
Mm-hmm.
D.
There's one D. There's one D.
Do you want to buy a vowel, Kelly?
Yeah, do it.
Let's buy an E.
It's going to buy an E. There are 2 E's.
All right, you guys know it yet down there?
Yeah, I do.
Unbelievable.
Dang it.
Yeah, like sometimes
I know the top one.
Buy yourself in the puzzle.
You know the top one.
I know it.
I know
same
the top
team,
one.
3 last names.
Oh, same team.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I definitely know.
All right, let's buy another vowel then.
Go ahead.
Kelly, buy if you know the top one, buy a vowel.
It's an I.
There is an I. There's one I.
Oh, perfect.
And we are going to have to, if you're not buying our vowel, we are going to have to go on to the question here.
Let's guess it.
Guess it.
Do you think you know it?
Yeah,
say what's up there. Say the 3 last names if you know it.
I only know the top one.
I know the second one too. It's Ridley, Ryan, and Patterson.
Well done.
That is correct. That is correct.
Yay!
And that was awesome.
Yay,
Jay in here in the chat getting it about a minute ago. Before there was I think all he had was the R's to go off of.
You know what I think happened there?
What?
Jay got it, and then through the powers of Grimace, the Grimace Society, he sent me that knowledge.
So 3 Falcons players: Matt Ryan, Calvin Ridley, Cordell Patterson. You guys want to just get into the next one here?
Let's do it.
Sure.
All right, let's just get in there.
Maybe I can get a question right.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
I was just excited to know one of the lines. That was exciting.
It definitely helped out the team.
Let's
All right, this is a fantasy trade. These are 2 names, a first name and a last name, 2 of them, and it's a recent fantasy trade that I've seen. You could kind of think of it as 2 fantasy players with somewhat equal value, right? Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
And
so
since
the first name and a last name dash first name last name.
Yes,
yep.
Exactly.
Okay.
And we're starting with Simon and JL here, and I can't recall which one of you guys went last. I believe
Simon went last.
Simon went last.
I got a question.
JL, you are up. Are you ready to go?
Yep.
Hey, Mr. Target Chairman. Mr. Target Chairman, I'm coming to you with the target share question. All right.
Hit me.
Over the course of the season, who has a higher target share for their team? Who has a higher target share for their team so far this season? Is it Keenan Allen or is it Jalen Waddle?
Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen is the correct answer.
I think I would have gotten that
one,
wrong.
JL, but you are the target chairman.
That's tricky.
So what letter would you like?
I'll take, I'll take an L.
Yeah, you will.
Oh, got one though.
There's one L. There's one. That would have been great if there was no L's.
Right.
I don't know. I have a hunch for the first name, but I don't know the second one. So Simon, another question.
I have zero idea, so I need a question.
All right, Simon. Who has more receptions so far over the course of the season? Who has more catches so far this season? Is it Rondale Moore or is it Christian Kirk?
Kirk.
Yeah, Kirk's the correct answer. What letter would you like, Simon?
Jail, if you know the first one you think, I'm going to let you guess a letter to make sure we don't get skunked.
All right. We'll take an R.
I'm taking an R. It's not going to help
All
with
right.
the first name.
Not the name. Not the name I thought.
Curveball.
Oh, I actually Kyler. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
It's
not Kyler, obviously.
So, Jail, this is our last question before we bank and it moves on to them. If we get it right, do you want to buy a vowel or do you want to just go into your question?
Let's buy a vowel.
Okay. Which one do you want?
Let's go with an A.
Give me an A.
Hey, there are two A's. There are two A's. Does that change anything?
Yeah, I think I know the second name, but Jail, we might have to do another question, I think.
All right, I'm cool with that.
All right, we are coming to you.
Wait, is this me or is this JL?
It's you.
Okay. Oh wait, no, I got the last one. I got the last one right. So it's JL's
me.
turn.
Okay.
You just guessed the letter.
Oh,
Yeah, it
great.
is JL.
Pressure.
All right, just to give you some context, Cooper Kupp, he has 809 receiving yards so far this season. 809 receiving yards so far this season. Does Devontae Adams have over or under 700 yards?
Over.
He has over. It's 744 receiving yards. Great job, JL. What letter would you like?
Oh, shoot. Simon, do you know? Do you have a letter?
I think I know the second name, so I'll guess a letter. C.
There's one
nice.
C.
Okay. Well,
that's all right. We'll bank our money.
Yeah, just give us that money.
Can you solve the puzzle now?
I know the second name, but I don't know the first one at all.
I also
don't want to just say it.
No.
All right, we're going to Coop and Kelly, and I cannot recall who went last on your team. I believe it was Coop, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I went last. Yeah.
All right, perfect. So Kelly, we're coming to you with a question.
I know the second names.
So do I. Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, let's do this.
All right, Kelly. Who has more receiving yards so far this season? Who has caught more receiving yards so far this season? Is it Adam Thielen or is it Mike Williams?
I'm going to go with Adam Thielen.
And Mike Williams is actually the correct answer. I'm sorry. He is
in
the NFL in terms of receiving yards so far this season. We are going to Simon.
That was going to be like a good energy question.
Adam Thielen brings that good energy, but not for that question, apparently.
No.
So Simon and JL. Simon, we're coming to you actually with your question. You don't have any money to buy anything. So in a PPR league, who has more fantasy points so far this season? In a PPR league, who has more fantasy points so far this season? Is it Darnell Mooney or is it Henry Ruggs?
Mooney.
I'm sorry, it is Henry Ruggs.
I just feel like I've been disappointed by Ruggs every time I put him in my lineup. So that one, that was personal experience biasing my answer right there.
Ruggs is the 31st highest scoring wide receiver, while Mooney is the 46th. So hey, coming to Coop. Hey Coop.
All right, let's go. Let's do it. It's going good.
All right.
I'm feeling good. We got one name.
Hey,
need one more.
We're going into week 7. All right. We're going into week 7. All right. In a PPR league, Who had more fantasy points in a PPR league? Was it Mike Gesicki or was it Zach Ertz?
It was Mike Gesicki.
Mike Gesicki is the correct answer.
Tight
He was the
end. I
third
gotta know
highest
that
scoring
one.
tight end. Great
Tight end
job.
guy.
What letter would you like, Coop and Kelly?
Let's we can't buy a vowel.
We should-
So we go for one that we already know, right?
I would think so, and I think there's two of one of the letters. So
Yeah. So let's do. Oh, yeah. There's two of one of the levers. So is there? I'm thinking.
Gonna need a vowel, guys.
Let's do
I mean, not a vowel, a consonant.
Let's do an S.
S is in Sam, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are 3 S's. There are 3 S's.
Yeah.
Which was big for you guys, you know? You can buy a vowel still, or we can move on to the next question.
Yeah. Let's buy a vowel. We're gonna buy. We lose money for every one that shows up on the board, right?
Yep. It costs $100 for each vowel.
Okay. Let's buy an E then.
You're gonna buy an E. There is one E.
What?
Okay.
E.
Heck's name is that?
A, B, C.
And guys, do you want to buy another vowel, or we are going to move on to Kelly for a question here?
Oh, I got it.
Let's buy another vowel just to get this. Give us an O. Give us O's.
There are 2 O's.
That's it.
All right, Kelly, we're moving on.
I got
to
it.
Say it.
Miles Gaskin and Brandon Cooks.
Oh,
Ooh, that is the correct answer.
so good.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right.
I could not think of a name that ended with LES. I just couldn't figure it out.
All I could get was Niles. I'm like, who's Niles?
Silas
Niles
Gaskin.
Niles Gaskin.
Oh, good job.
Yeah,
All right.
Well
Kelly,
done.
Great job.
We're on our way.
Right.
Hey, I think we have time for one more puzzle, so let's just get in there real fast, okay, guys? I want
Let's
to
do
give
it.
Coop and Kelly a chance to catch up.
And Linda celebrating you guys getting on the board, and it is anybody's game.
Yeah.
It can all come down to this last puzzle right here.
I guess I'll do this one.
Brad coming in saying we've helped a ton this season. Thank you very, very much. Thanks for coming in, Brad.
Absolutely, Brad.
Yeah, we appreciate it, Brad, and we
You
love
make it
answering
fun to help.
questions.
Yeah, we love it.
There you go, Brad.
So
Yes,
everyone,
I
this
love
is a
highlights.
week 7 highlight. This is something that happened in week 7. Something that happened in week 7 that something significant that you might want to mention to someone about anything. It's just a highlight. All right.
I don't want to
make
give you guys
sense?
too much information, Coop, but I mean that Cam Newton fits in that top one. Just saying.
It
Just saying.
could be something like
Keep it in mind. Keep it in mind,
Cam
Kelly.
Newton is still not signed by anyone. That could be an example. That's not a week 7 highlight, but
Big highlight.
it is a highlight. All
Well,
right.
thank you for your
so,
help, JL. I really
I got
appreciate
you. Looking out.
that. You always got my back.
But Simon and JL, we're actually coming to you, and I believe JL is up.
I don't remember. Yeah, I think so. I think Simon got
I
it
think
wrong.
you're right.
All right,
Yeah, that
JL.
sounds about right.
In week 7 in a PPR league, who scored more fantasy points? Who scored more fantasy points in week 7 in a PPR league? Was it T. Higgins or was it Michael Pittman?
Pittman.
Pittman is the correct answer. What letter would you like?
What do you think, Simon?
T.
T.
There are 4 T's. There are 4 T's.
Oh,
You gonna solve? It's that middle word is the only one I don't know. So if you got the middle word, go for it.
yeah. Can I try solve?
Go for it.
You can try to solve.
The Titans defeated the Chiefs.
I'm sorry. That is not correct. That is not correct.
No.
We are going to go to
Dale, there would be a T in
that.
that middle word if it was defeated. You dingbat. You dingaling loser.
Anyway, Kelly and Coop. Kelly, I believe you are up for this one. Are you ready for your question here?
Unless Coop knows the middle word.
Do the question. I don't know the middle word. I don't know how anyone would.
And you guys got to rack up some. You got to rack up a little bit of money to get the W.
Okay.
Gotta- Got to rack up a little bit of money to get that W. All right. You ready for your question, Kelly?
I'm ready.
Okay. Over the course of the season so far, who has more rushing yards? Who has more rushing yards so far this season? Is it Miles Sanders or is it Chase Edmonds?
Chase Edmonds.
Chase Edmonds is the correct answer. Yes, he is the 13th highest rushing yard leader in the league so far. What letter would you guys like?
Well, I feel like we should pick either an N or an S. What do you think?
Go with Z.
Ask the spirits.
Z's
What
not
are the spirits telling you on this one?
Maybe a
Z
J
might help
or a
here.
Z. Yeah.
Let's go with S for spirits.
There are
Three
three S's.
Yep.
Yeah.
There are
I
three
think
S's. So you guys can buy a vowel. Or we're gonna go
We'll take
to
another
Coop with the next question.
We should do a question, Coop.
Yeah, question.
All right, we are going to a question. And so far this season, who has more receptions? Who has more receptions so far this season? Is it Derrick Henry or is it Leonard Fournette?
Oh my God. As crazy as it sounds, I think it actually is Derrick Henry that has more catches.
I'm sorry, Coop.
Oh,
Derrick Henry.
Oh,
Leonard Fournette is actually 4th in the NFL in terms of running back catches so far this season with 27
nuts.
catches.
That's
27
insane.
catches for Leonard Fournette.
sorry,
I know.
Kelly.
I would have
That's
gotten that
okay.
one wrong too.
We're going to Simon and
That is
JL.
okay.
We're
I would
going
like to take a
Simon
shot at the middle word now.
Go for it.
The Titans demolish the Chiefs.
The Titans
Yeah!
demolish the Chiefs. Simon, I am impressed.
We
I
got
was a
there.
little bit nervous about this puzzle because of the word demolish in there. I was like,
Right.
they're going to have some trouble figuring out demolish, I feel like. But Simon, great job. And it
Amazing.
really was a demolishing performance for the Titans.
Oh my gosh.
They demolished the Chiefs. I mean, I think it's the right word.
that's such a funny word.
Right.
It
was-
is a funny word.
Yeah.
It was an absolutely brutal beating for the Chiefs for sure. Kelly and Coop, thank you guys so much for coming on and playing Fantasy Fortune with us today. It was an absolute blast. And everyone watching, if you do not already follow these two, I don't know what you're doing. Go follow them on Twitter right now. Kelly at Kelly and Phoenix and Coop at Coop A Fiasco. They both are putting out awesome content and just a joy to follow on Twitter as well. Just really great people that I love interacting with. Guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
I concur. They're awesome people.
Thank you guys for having us on. Thank you for demolishing us, much like the Titans did to the Chiefs, you know. So I really appreciate this, man. Like I said, anytime you need somebody, I'm available. This is so much fun. So
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to do a revenge
fun.
game.
I was knocked down a peg after my
You talk mad shit last night,
After
Kelly.
you demolished us last time.
I've been talking a lot of smack, and now I've been knocked down a peg, so it's good.
And the next time you come back, it's the grudge match to determine who actually comes out on top. We're 1-1 now, Kelly.
I've never won, and I've
Alright.
never won on here, and I've also never stopped talking trash. So you can count on that. You can count on
Fit
that.
in well.
There you go. This was a lot of fun, though. Thank you both.
Hey, guys, that is going to be it for us today.
Oh,
Reminder
trading
to
makes
everyone-
fantasy fun.
Jesus, Josh. I know we didn't get to all of your questions in the chat today, but just a reminder, 1, you can bring them back to the show tomorrow. We'll be glad to answer them. 2, you can ask them in our Discord and we'll answer them for you. Or 3, we will be live tomorrow after our fantasy football game show at 4:15 Eastern time for fantasy football office hours, doing nothing but answering your questions. So make sure you come check us out then. That is going to be it for us until tomorrow, though. Another big thanks to Coop and Kelly for coming on. This was so much fun. 2 of my favorite guests, and we got to have them on the same stream. Really was an awesome time, guys.
Yes, thank you so much for coming on.
Until tomorrow, though, adios, everybody.
See you tomorrow.
Good job.